So one of our discoveries here was that this particular plaster above the doorway, this is original horsehair plaster, and this was trimmed out to put double doors here that were wider than the original doors.
Yeah, that's gonna make a big giant mess.
No, I'm talking about under here, there's that out.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, no, I can make this up.
Oh, yeah, we need some repair. You wanna save that or you wanna keep going?
What time is it? 5 behind it. My phone's on the chair there, so I took it.
As part of the staircase project, or at least in addition to, and at the same time, this is the front door and the doorway. One of the bigger jobs that we'll be taking on is the removal of this entire structure. You can see the transom windows here. There's 2 transom side swinging transom windows, and there are these posts which were part of the wall. We've left these particular studs in because they have wiring going through them. Wiring that goes upstairs, and there's a double switch here for the hallway light here and the porch light. Also over here there's 2 switches, single gang, and again it's a hallway light and a porch light. Now, one of the things is there's 2 lights up there in the hallway because this was divided, so we will be changing that over to a single light, a fixture of some sort. And these were doorways that went up to the 2 separate hallways. The 2 transom windows, which are still here, are going to be removed, as will this post, to open up the entire front entryway so that there's no post in the view when when standing back here. So we're moving this and this wood. Now what we're going to do with this, we'll take it down first and then we will box in the electrical in columns on the sides and then put an archway at the top. Because we want to make things look original, we will make the shape of the arch look sort of an elongated arch so it will match other arches in the house. And then rather than having the plaster corbels, the arch will come down and it will be a drywalled box. The archways are formed in masonry walls. So the masonry walls have a much greater thickness than any standard stud wall you would just put up here to make a column. So we'll sort of have to figure that out. It may not look like a column. It may just look like a partial wall, but its purpose will be to hide the electrical and to run up electrical. And possibly another advantage of making it wider is we can use it to run ductwork. So that's the plan.
Square nails. So this is original here. As you pointed out, there's probably a doorway here. So we have a square nail. We have horsehair plaster.
Look at how.
And here's a
It
piece
used
of
to be
lath
yellow
that just
in here.
broke when I pulled this off. But again, there's a big square nail here. Where do you see it used to be yellow?
See on the side where the trim comes
Oh,
up,
yeah.
there's kind of yellow, or there's kind of green in here.
Oh.
That piece of wood isn't though.
That piece of wood is original.
We can see up there, once we got up there, we could see studs from the original doorway, which was, it looks to be just the same size as the front doorway. And there were double doors there, but they weren't as wide as these double doors. These double doors were swapped out because when they split this into two units, they created two hallways. So they used the entire width of the main entryway. Whereas the doorway itself, as you can see, the original doorway is not quite as wide as this second doorway here. But again, the studs tell us that that was original. Now, how do we know those studs are original? Well, we can see the horsehair in the plaster, but more importantly and more interestingly, in the stud that comes down right along in line with the other doorway, we found cut nails. And that's because, of course, the house was originally made with cut nails, probably made right here in Wheeling, since at the time, Wheeling was the world's largest producer of cut nails. And so that's a fascinating find. We will save those, take them out and save those, or at least some of them, for our little scrapbook. On this side, again, it has been, the doorway has been widened here. And what we have right here, this will be, we will recreate this. Now our plan is to create, instead of a doorway with 2 double doors, our plan is to create just a doorway with an arch above it. And I don't know, now given the fact that we have found some evidence of what it originally looked like, maybe the plans have changed. So let me take you in here into the dining room, and although the shutters are open and it might get a little washed out, I think you can see that there is an archway here. So we do have some evidence of this is the type of shape that would have been in the house if they put an archway somewhere. And so again, some part of our narrative is that we want to, if we don't know, particularly where we don't know what was there originally, we will do something that we think they might have done.
Because this is only attached to this thing. And so put it off there.